Fatima shows up to the mocktail party anyways, y'all. I said, look at here. Karen is mad. Did y'all see that? They dropped another clip. Do y'all see Karen's face? She's so upset, and she looking right at Danny. Danny's sitting right there, and Sabrina sitting beside Fatima and Danny. Okay, y'all. So in the trailer, they show Fatima is at the mocktail party. Karen is mad. Look like Pam there too. Well, she is there, obviously. Karen says, you know what, Danny? I really been wondering why I'm even friends with you. Danny tells her, girl, bye. Everybody seemed to be over Karen at this point, y'all, and her shenanigans. The cleanup crew is asking Gary, what exactly did you say happened here? Jordan is asking Andy if she's heard from his sister. They show Andy sitting with Hayden. Then they show Andy talking to Gary, telling him, you know Penelope was onto you. Tell us where she is. And then they show Fatima putting something to Gary's neck. And of course, we already saw Karen getting a call about paternity results, and the lady saying there's no easy way to put this. In regards to Karen and Danny, Danny told her she did. Now we don't know. We don't know if she was the one to invite her. And obviously they at Rich place, because Rich is in the background of that trailer. When they showed that trailer, he's in the background. So they not at either of the girls' places. They at Rich place, his business. But yeah, Karen tells Danny, you know what, Danny, I really been wondering why I'm even friends with you. And so people was coming. They was like, they said, I bet Danny wondering the same thing. My problem with this whole situation is, why didn't they do, remember when it first started season 7 and they had this brunch? Fatima was there with them and Karen wasn't. Now, they did invite Karen, but she said she wasn't coming or whatever. I don't know. I think they had invited Fatima afterwards because Karen said she wasn't going to be there. So if you know this girl gonna come here and stir up trouble and call Fatima beware and do what she been doing, why would you invite all of them together? It's like they love drama. I don't see too many people coming about that. Cause why? If you know she ain't over this whole situation, you know that anytime she come around Fatima, she get to call and her beware. I know you can't over here not invite folks because Karen gonna show up and show out. But to prevent all this from happening, all this drama, because they say it ends in disaster. Y'all knew that was going to happen at first. That means you love mess, because why would you invite these two? Either invite just Fatima and leave Karen at the house, or invite Karen and keep them separate. But we don't know who invited who. They could have just came together because they still have on those same clothes they had when they was at work and then when they was confronting Gary, so we'll see. But yeah, Fatima comes. Somebody said that. They said Fatima coming. And they was like coming and saying they sick of Karen. She don't tell nobody who to invite. And Danny did tell her if she want to invite her, she would. But we don't know if she's the one. We don't know if she tagged along because, they have on the same clothes from work. So she could have been like, oh, you want to come? I don't know. How do y'all feel about the situation? I think that people should be able to be friends with who they want to be friends with. But if you know that you friends with these two, you friends with both of them. And people have been saying how you can't force them to choose. They could be friends with Karen and Fatima. That's cool. But to have all these people, at some point they all gonna be in the same room anyway, obviously. But if you know they not there yet, then why would you look? You know it's gonna end in disaster. So why even invite them? We'll invite them together. But then I want to know why Pam was there too. Did she tag along? How did this happen? Look, I'm ready to see next week's episode, y'all. But I think this season we're seeing the girls turn away from Karen. Pam about the closest thing to her right now. I'm ready for them to actually have this conversation with her and tell her, look, we sick of this. Zach and you ain't together no more. Get over it. He's with Fatima. Fatima works with Andy. They're friends. And she has helped Sabrina. She's helped Danny. She might even help you. Y'all know I've been saying that eventually Karen gonna have to let this go. Because at first it wasn't like this. And the crazier part about it is she mad at Fatima. She don't want to be around Fatima. She calling her names, all this stuff, but she still has hopes for Zach. And it's like, he's the one that hurt you, because you keep forgetting that part. He hurt you. That's why you left him originally. You was tired of him. You was tired of him not getting his life together. People seem to forget that part. Karen seemed to forget that part, definitely. You over here taking it out. Even, remember, didn't they have a scene where they was all at her house? And Fatima was trying to explain, I don't know if it was at her house or another situation, but I think Fatima was telling her she understand what he did. And they was basically trying to tell her he's not the same person, he's changed. But y'all know, I already dropped a video on there about Karen is hoping that Zach hasn't changed. That's why she keeps saying stuff like that, so that he could come back to her. But yeah, I seen a lot of people come in on this video too. They were saying how they shouldn't have to choose. They no longer in college and all that. And I said, I agree, you shouldn't. But you got to start making wiser decisions. If you know this girl full of this anger and all this stuff, then why would you invite her? You should have kept it. I think she said Sabrina was the one who decided to have this mocktail party. And Karen and Danny was talking, and she was like, no, Fatima, just us girls. But again, we don't know the situation. We don't know why Fatima is there. She could have been there because Danny invited her, like she said. She could have been there because Andy or Sabrina invited her. Who knows? Then Pam was there. She's not a part of the sister circle like that. So we'll see on next week's episode. What else? But the whole Danny and Karen situation, that's the scene that they just added. So the other stuff we seen about the cleanup crew, asking Gary, what exactly did he say happened? Jordan asking Andy if she heard from his sister. They just showed Andy sitting with Hayden, but they showed Fatima and Andy was saying something about Hayden trying to steal the case or ruin the case or something she said about the case. We already seen about the paternity results. But yeah, that's it. I said, let me drop this video before I forget. But that's it, y'all. Let me know your thoughts. I want to know how y'all feel about this. Like, do y'all think, of course we know, Karen need to get over it. It's old now. They engaged. They finna get married. They over here raising Michael together. It's over with. Let it go. And then if they tell her that Zach is not the father, that it's definitely over with. But on the other side of things, do y'all think that they should keep these two separate? I mean, Fatima don't be doing nothing. She don't be doing nothing. She just responds to Karen when she be talking crazy finally. Because at first, remember, she wasn't saying anything. She over here apologizing like she did something wrong and that like they was cool and they was friends. But I was just saying, like, if you know they're gonna be into, Karen gonna do this, don't invite Karen. Y'all gonna have to put her in her place eventually, anyways. Obviously, Danny definitely sick of. I think we seeing that this season, and I'm ready to see the second half. I wonder how long it's gonna take before it's back on. Well, yeah, that's it. Let me know y'all thoughts down below. Stay tuned for the next video. Until next time, deuces. Have a great rest of the day and a great weekend. Be safe.